I put those two videos up about the new RoboCop movie, getting a little scary to our current reality and the idea of, autonomous robots taking care of police and military duties. So I figured I'd read you an article which just so happens to actually utilize the RoboCop image there. Alright, because of the risk involved in rescue aid and human response teams, DARPA has awarded Boston Dynamics, the guy's famous, of course, I'm adding in here, of course, though, the big dog robot, that four-legged thing that could walk on ice and you could kick it and it will still stand. Anyway, returning to the article, a $10.9 million contract to manufacture humanoid robots that are bipedal, built like humans, and have a sensor head with onboard computing capabilities. Completion of this project is scheduled for August of 2014. These robots are being created to assist in, evacuation and rescue missions according to DARPA. They could be employed to evacuation operations during either man-made or natural disasters. A little scary. Once again, you got to consider now, could they be using some sort of giant, explosion, some sort of domestic disturbance now to utilize these robots for perhaps ungood, means. All right, anyway, Kent Massey, Director of Advanced Programs for HDT Robotics, who attended the DARPA meeting, in which the purpose of the allocation of humanoid robotic technology was explained, said, get this now, ladies and gentlemen, the goal of this grand challenge, is to create a humanoid robot that can operate in an environment, built for people and use tools made for people. The specific challenge is built around an industrial disaster response. Alright. It says here that another of DARPA's interest into robotics is the avatar for allocation of bipedal robots, essentially super soldiers, has devoted $7 million of its $2.8 billion in 2012 budget to developing interfaces and algorithms to enable a soldier to effectively partner with a semi-autonomous bipedal machine and allow it to act as a soldier's surrogate. Back when I was in high school, I was talking with one of my professors about some of the algorithms we were thinking up of ways to kind of have a robot detect an enemy and engage the enemy. And I remember when we were thinking about this, there already was a company, I forget its name, that had a little tank-treaded robot. They would usually put like a little machine gun on top. And we were thinking about how they were using the algorithms to find and detect and engage enemies, because this technology to have autonomous robot mercenaries has existed now for a few years. Anyway, back to the article. Alright, these human-controlled robots, human-controlled for now, will be strong enough to clear a room and facilitate sentry control and combat casualty recovery. Yet these Terminators would easily be the most effective weapon against civil unrest or radical revolutionaries that did not subscribe to the globalist agenda. They're talking about, the agenda to create a one world government, which we know has existed now for a while. There are people who are in power who want to expand their power to more than one or a few nations. It's scary out there. Stanford University's Aerospace Robotics Laboratory, or ARL, wants to introduce autonomous robots into law enforcement. Situations such as response in lieu of police SWAT teams. In high-risk tactical situations, autonomous robots could replace trained personnel without threat of injury or loss of life. Under direction of tactical commander, these robots, could be released to provide a safe and secure assurance of mission completion. Possible voice recognition software could be used to allow the commander to direct the robot, convey commands, and gather information about the environment before deploying human law enforcement. Autonomous robots equipped with taser guns have already been sold to police departments, across the nation. iRobot of Massachusetts manufactures PackBot, which carries lethal weapons. While these robots were introduced as an assistance, in the military missions in Iraq and Afghanistan, they have found their way into local police departments, as probably they were planned to be in the first place. The Naval Research Laboratory, interests, I guess that's Sapphire, all right, the shipboard autonomous firefighting robot. All right, Sapphire, probably Sapphire, really what they wanted to go for, is an autonomous bipedal robot based on, okay, now we're getting even more complicated, Charlil L1 robot created in Virginia Tech. The robot can interact with humans with a comprehensive response system that utilizes language, including slang, to make it more familiar. A robot could hold a conversation and fight fires. Is quite impressive. All right. In 2008, Pentagon solicited the advancement of the multi-robot pursuit system. All right, technology which is in development, where a team of robots to search and detect human presence in an indoor environment. These robots, although semi-autonomous, all right, have been theorized from the gaming community arising from first-person shooting games. A team of robots could be under the direction of one human operator. The purpose of this robotic technology would be to seek out and detect non-cooperative human subjects. The beginning stages of the global elite's visions for robots to hunt down humans, like a pack, all right, of dogs, is becoming a reality. All right, these robots will be armed and autonomous. Their cranium sensors will be able to detect human breath and radio waves associated with a human heartbeat. All right, kind of like IG-88, right? The force of these robot peacekeepers, all right, that are programmed to become violent without remorse, which is true, they can't negotiate with a robot, will enable the government to organize and act where law enforcement may hesitate. It's getting scary, all right? And it makes you wonder, you know, how long until we have robots in the streets patrolling us? You know, when they come into your home, you can't, you know, tell them, well, no, you're confused when they, you know, start shooting. But I always wonder what would happen if we had a virus. That's the real scary thing. You know, people hack into government computers all day. What's going to keep them from hacking into a robot and maybe controlling it remotely or making it attack a certain group of people? Hey, these are problems, man. You know, lethal force should be kept to human beings and not robots. It's just my opinion. All right, so think about it. This new RoboCop movie in this article now. Oh boy.